Hey there, Jess Walensky here. This video is mostly for me. Anybody else that I can motivate and help stick with their goals or really help at all. I'm more than welcome to watch along and see how this plays out for me. I'm going to try to keep a video blog of how my life has been post-reading this book, The Power of Now. I've decided to completely accept it. It's really unbelievable. I suggest that every human being on earth should read this book. It's outrageous how transformative this idea can be of letting go of all of the thoughts and emotions that most of us make a self out of. One of the first chapters of the book, Eckhart Tolle, the author of The Power of Now, says, and I quote, "I cannot live with myself anymore." I thought that was pretty powerful. What he said right after that was that it's a pretty peculiar thing to say in general. The fact that there are two things there. Someone's talking, there's two different people. There's I and myself. I cannot live with myself anymore. It's pretty interesting to think about. He compared I in the sentence to a consciousness, and myself he compared to the brain and mental thoughts and emotions. So he begins to talk about what seems to be called an ego death. Like this self is this ego that we all, most of us, live with every day, constantly telling us that we're not good enough, or that we should have done this, or we could have done that, or a million other things that I don't even want to know what's in some of these people, some people's minds. The constant chatter, the constant negativity, and it all can stop in an instant. And it's interesting to just let go. It's relieving, to be honest. I would say that it's the most relieving thing I've ever done, to just let go of the thoughts, no longer make a self out of my thoughts and emotions. I am a being. I am a human being. My thoughts are not who I am. My emotions are not who I am. I just am. How relieving that is. And how true it is. You've got to hear the realness in my voice. I really am trying my best to stay here, stay now, be that consciousness talking through this body, but letting go of possessions, not giving them away or anything like that, but no longer making a self out of, that's my car. This car makes me who I am. This shirt makes me who I am. I used to say stupid things like that. And you're not stupid if you say those things, but you're just being run by an egoic mind that helped us survive for thousands and thousands of years. But it's time to let go of that. It's time to wake up and say, I do realize that I can elevate. I can levitate above thought. I don't have to stoop below it. I don't have to do everything my mind says. I don't have to listen to that constant chatter, constant negative chatter that goes on in my mind, that makes me angry, that sets up expectations, that sometimes makes me happy but sometimes brings me lower than I've ever been in my whole life. It's not worth it. I'm not saying don't be happy, don't be sad, but you are capable of watching it all pass. You don't have to become attached to your thoughts. You don't have to become attached to anything. In fact, don't. And if you are, detach yourself. You're something much more powerful. And when I say you, I'm talking to the consciousness. I seriously encourage anybody and everybody to read that book. It has changed my life for the better. Another one he wrote, Eckhart Tolle wrote, A New Earth. Both A New Earth and The Power of Now are substantially some of the best written books of all time. He compares Buddhist monks to Jesus Christ and the Jewish faith all together in a book that interprets it the correct way, without any sort of, I'm not saying that this is right or this is wrong. I'm just saying, read those books and tell me you don't feel that same thing I feel. You don't feel that there is some power in the now. Not just some, but all of it. It was pretty interesting the way he put the now. And it's so true. There's the past, which is not real. It's a memory in our mind. There's the future that is an anticipation. Also something that is not real, made up in our mind. And then there's now. This second, this second, this second, this second. That's the only thing that's real. Depression in the past, anxiety in the future. I know so many of us humans have these issues, being attached to the past, making a self out of something that's not real, making a self out of this anxious future, also unreal idea. The power is right here, right now. It's very important to take a couple breaths and just be. So many of us don't do that. Just go throughout their life from start to finish without even thinking about this idea. So don't just think about it. That's not where you make the change, because thinking about it is the epitome of the fault that I've been talking about this whole time. So feel it. Feel that being within you that I know is there. Feel the energy in your body that pumps your heart, whether you're waking or sleeping. Whether you're running down the street or lifting weights, that heart is pumping at a perfect amount, barring heart diseases. Be thankful for your heart. You didn't have to do anything to get that. Someone gave that to you. bottom line, everybody, is just be. And be okay with who you are. This physical form is nothing but a bunch of rituals that habits that led up to this point. Okay, it's in the past. You can wake up right now, whether you're addicted to cigarettes or addicted to food or not addicted to anything at all and just simply are looking for the purpose. What are we doing here? I was looking for that for years. I fell into a terribly deep depression for about a year of my life. And I'll never get that year back, but it was in this intense search for what I've now found. The now. I found the now. I found being present. And it's changed my life. I'm getting chills just talking about it. You can call it God. You can call it Christ. You can call it whatever you want. But it's real. It's very real. And it's right here. And it's just in reach. Always. You just got to remember to look for it. Keep your eyes open. Anticipate. As if not as if, just, and not even anticipate, you know? Honestly, just reach out and grab it. It's right here. It's always right here. It's always right now. Until the next time.